Yes, hello everybody and welcome back to Sterling Development. Okay, so in this video we're going to discuss what if being an entrepreneur isn't for you. Can you still develop? Stay tuned and you'll see. Okay, so moving forward on that, I wanted to touch on if you are in a position that you have to work. So if you have to work to get a certain amount of money to take care of your responsibilities, be it family, rent, obviously food, clothes, etc., the list can go on. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. If you have to do a job in order to make money on a consistent basis to maintain your responsibilities, great. If you have extra time, if you have extra capital, and you want to leverage that or put that towards an entrepreneurial idea that you have, even better. Because that side hustle, which a lot of people tend to call it nowadays, it can grow into something more, providing you put the time, effort, and energy required on top of the responsibilities that you already have. Of course, if you're in a position where you can work flexibly, or you don't have to work at all, you can totally focus on an entrepreneurial idea because you already have the budget, even better. However, if you're not in that position, you have to factor in what your situation is. You have to take that into account, and you just have to be smart. Everything's achievable and possible if you plan things out and factor the necessary things in and take accountability for it also. Now, what I'm going to say next might rub certain people the wrong way, but at the same time, personally, I believe in being straight up and letting people understand what it is they're going to get themselves in for. Being an entrepreneur is not for everybody. You know, it's not a trend. It's not necessarily an in thing, even though now and again it can be. You know, being an entrepreneur is actually a lifestyle. You know, sometimes everybody's going out, you choose not to go out. Everybody's spending their money on fly cars. You might have to invest in something that you can't do that. You know, it's a mindset that you have in terms of sacrifice certain things now to have it in abundance later. It's going to come with a lot of rejections, setbacks, having to motivate yourself, having to do extra research. The list goes on. It is not easy at all. And personally, I feel anyone that turns around and says, being an entrepreneur is easy and it's fantastic, I would disagree with that. Don't get me wrong. When you do succeed and you get to a certain point off the back of the side hustles and all that sacrifice that you've made, it's one of the greatest feelings in the world. Now, personally, I haven't reached the exact certain point that I want to be at, but the little wins I've had amongst some of the losses I've had, it's felt amazing. Especially when people say to you, well, how are you going to do that then? That's not going to work. And then you do it. It's amazing. There's no feeling like it ever. Believe me. So, this is the thing. If being an entrepreneur isn't for you, you've sat down, you've looked at it, you've got too much responsibilities, or you're just a person that entrepreneurship just isn't for you, you can still develop yourself. You can still work on self-development. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I think it's quite an adult, mature thing to have a look at something and think to yourself, actually, that's not for me. Because when you know what is for you and what's not for you, guess what? You'll know how to move forward. It's that simple. If you work in a job, right, and you want to be at a certain level, you want to earn a certain amount. Guess what? There's loads of things that you can do. You can sit down and have a look at what you'll need to do in order to achieve that goal. Money, position. Sometimes the position comes with more money. Sometimes you might have to leave a company. Sometimes you might have to get extra qualifications in order to achieve your goal. Work at certain companies. Simple steps. Sit down, have a look. What do I need to do in order to achieve this particular goal or this particular aim? Where do I need to work? What do I need to work on in order to improve my abilities? What do I need to work on in order to improve my craft? How would I look more attractive to potential employers? Just simple things like that. Sometimes it's easy to get complacent within a job. Sometimes you can think, right, I've got it in the bag, I float along a couple of years, everything's going good, it's floating under the radar, my position is stable, nothing can happen. But then, the company tanks. Sometimes things go left that you can't predict. So the one thing that you can have a rough idea on and you can have control over is yourself and your ability. And there's nothing wrong with continually developing yourself or pushing yourself. It will always pay dividend one way or another. So, just a little motivational speech from myself here at Sterling Development. Hopefully, it's helped you in some little way, shape, or form. Sometimes you do need to hear things externally just to validate what you were already thinking, or just have that piece of content to give you that extra push in terms of the direction you need to go. Like I said, I'm here to help, and helping you helps me. So, hopefully, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Nice.